Parents, think about your day. How often do you communicate? And why do you communicate? Maybe you text a friend to see how they're doing, to share exciting news, or you might email a colleague to ask for some assistance, or speak to someone in the grocery store asking for help, or comfort a loved one. Communication is not just about words, it's about connecting, sharing, reaching out, and understanding. My name is Lee, and I'm a speech and language therapist here at Words First. And this video is all about why we communicate. And really, without it, what else is there? How would we have our needs met, get help, tell people what we want, what we don't like, what we think, our opinion, our preferences? We wouldn't. Now let's talk about children. Why do they communicate? They don't just learn to communicate by copying words. They learn to communicate by understanding the reasons or being given reasons to communicate. Children communicate to request, to protest, to share their thoughts, their ideas, to share their feelings, their joy, their excitement, or their sadness, or their anger and frustration, to seek information, or to connect with others. Recognizing and understanding all these different reasons to communicate can really help us support our little ones in building their speech, language, and communication skills. It can help us to respond more appropriately and to encourage more communication. It can help us actively notice or create more opportunities for communication. Here are my 3 top tips on how to create opportunities for communication and how to support reasons to communicate for your child. Number 1. Acknowledge any and all attempts at communication and always respond. What I mean by this is show interest in what your child is communicating. It might be a whine, facial expression, their body language, a sound, or even the word. Always responding encourages back and forth communication. When a child reaches for a toy, grabs you, points, gestures, moans, they are seeking an opportunity to communicate and to connect. By responding to this, we are helping them practice that connection and communication. The more we encourage them, the more they are going to want to communicate, the more confident they will be, and the more opportunities they will have to practice their language. Number 2 is model language. Give them the words for what they are communicating. Giving them the words plants that language into their brain and helps them realize this is what I would need to say in this moment. This is the communication that I can aim towards and eventually start using because I received a good model of language. The next one is create opportunities. And to do this, we need to stop being mind readers. As a parent, you know exactly what your child wants at snack time. You know exactly what book they're going to want to read, and you know exactly what toy they're going to play with. So you just give it to them. But when we read their minds and we just give them what we know they want, we are taking away an opportunity for them to communicate. In order to create opportunities, you need to set up your environment to help your child communicate. For example, instead of always giving them grapes at snack time, you might offer them the choice of grapes or rice cake. Even though we know they're going to go for the grapes, maybe, giving them a choice gives them an opportunity to practice saying grapes, or I want grapes, or practice gesturing, or practice even communicating just with their eyes. But now there's an opportunity. Or it gives us an opportunity to tell them, oh, grapes, you want grapes, and to build on how they tell you they want the grapes. You could place their favorite item on a high shelf. Instead of leaving their favorite toy, you know the yellow train is their favorite toy, they're going to come home from school and they're going to go straight to the train on the floor. There's no opportunity to communicate. So instead, we can put their favorite yellow train maybe somewhere high on a shelf that they can see, but they can't reach. How are they going to get it? They have to communicate, even if it's just looking at it for a little bit longer or reaching for it or whining. There we've created an opportunity where they can tell us what they want and where we can help them and give them the language for it. Another example is just giving a little bit at a time. So instead of giving your child the whole box of Lego, just give them 2 or 3 blocks and wait. Wait for them to show you, I want more Lego. This way you've created an opportunity for them to communicate for more. And you can do this with snacks, drinks, puzzle pieces, even just reading books. Read 1 page, give them a little bit of the story, and then just wait. When they communicate, you then support them and model language. A really fun one is making mistakes on purpose. Put them in the bath with their socks on. Put their jacket inside out. Say the name of their favorite TV character or book character wrong, and just wait. In some way, they're going to show you, something's not okay here. One little thing to remember, please do not let big brother or big sister answer for little one. They are robbing them of a chance to practice their communication skills. I know they feel empowered and they love to help, but it's worth having a little conversation with them, just telling them that when they do this, they're not letting their little brother or little sister practice their own communicating. By having a better understanding of the why behind your child's communication, why they communicate, when they communicate, and by creating opportunities, you're giving them a chance to practice, to hone in on, and to really, really successfully become effective communicators. The more reasons your child has to communicate, the more opportunities they have to practice. And as we know, with any skill, practice makes perfect.